Okay, let me explain what happened here. After making the last video, I just kept playing a little bit, and, well, there was a radical revolt in Brazil, so I supported it. They said they become my subject. I'm fine with that. They're fine with that. It's okay. We're consenting nations. Of course, we did have to fight the unconsenting emperor of Brazil and got rid of him. But backing him were Sardinia, Tuscany, and Austria, and by association, Hungary. So I went in against them. Brazil is about ready to tap out, or actually, regular Brazil did tap out. Now it's the radical Brazil that's my group with a president. So yay! Hey, we're bringing democracy to the Americas, unlike some countries, USA. By the way, do y'all still have slavery? President Jefferson Davis. that's always a bad sign. Yeah, legacy slavery. Oh, good gosh, they're gonna go Nazi on us, aren't they? And which, ironically, we're not because we're socialists here. Well, not socialists yet. We're agrarian, where the workers come in later. Anyhow, but the point being that, yeah. So I was involved. They're in a fight, and they didn't have to get involved in it either because they were backing the losing side. So Sardinia has already tapped out, as has Tuscany. I made a war. Now, when I first played through this, I made one of these add war goal demands on Austria to get the province of Venice, or state. But so it let me do that in the game, but now I've reloaded just to see what happened because I never got it in the playthrough. So I came back to this point in time, July 1855, and checked to see could I add it again. And this time it's saying no. I still have a truce with Austria, which is true, having recently taken a slice, and now it won't let me make that claim. So I go, okay, I got it now. It's not going to happen here, and that's why we have this stuff here. And if I go to Austria and look for this stuff here, it says, yeah, not only does it say you must wait 12 months, but also Germany does not have a truce with Austria. And like, I see, okay, I got it. So yeah, we're just going to have this war, and it's going to fight out, and we're going to deal with it. But I have gotten all kinds of permissions to go mountaineering and dig dinosaur bones and stuff like that. So it's going to be good times. And Austria is tapped out there. Yeah, they're gone. And Peru is also backed out. Okay. Meanwhile, France has a war with the United States over making Uruguay a protectorate. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. How is that going to play through? One thing you should always remember at the end of a war is to take your navies and return them to their bases, which I am doing there now. Okay. And I do have a little surprise coming up here soon. I'm collecting zoo animals. We're building a zoo right now, or we've built it, either way. And guess what? That's right. I have great relations with the Heavenly Kingdom, and they sent me a giant panda. Yes, I love that. Ooh, do I get more? Let's get more education access. We'll do that anyway. But yeah, so I got a giant panda there, and you're wondering, well, wait, Heavenly Kingdom, are they at war with the rest of China? Well, they are at war with the Beiyang government, or they were at war with them. Now they're not. I guess that concluded. We had sort of a Qing explosion, it looks like, and there's now pieces of China everywhere. So I'm going to make good friends with them all. You can't conquer what you're good friends with. So that's another thing that'll be a break on my, slow my roll. If I have great relations with all kinds of places in the world, I have 49 ongoing diplomatic actions right now. Oh, I can now add some more because I have more diplomacy points. So let's do that. Let's just make absolutely sure that we are being good friends with our neighbors. Let's sort by acceptance. Let's get Uruguay before they become a protectorate somewhere, you know, if it's not too late. And let's improve relations. Anybody here? Oh, okay, we got little bits. We'll go with Assam, Nepal, and Mysore, and Travancore, and this little Cochin widget here. Yeah, we're getting deep in all the Indias here. I should also, whoa, that one, I don't even know, but we're going to go with that. There we go. Let's click all of them and get this here, Las Bela and Kafirstan and Chitral and Bukhara and Makran, Circassia. I'm going to skip over other parts here that I don't want to accidentally become good friends with, because then it will mean we're going to have problems expanding in Africa, which I'm thinking that's going to come up later on. But okay, so it does seem like we are having a scramble for South Africa or South America in this game. If we take a look at who's in what power block, British Empire, French. Oh, hey, France, why you be taking my Uruguay? Say. But Argentina's already in the American group there. So yeah, that's, with the exception of Paraguay, everything in South America is belonging to one block or another. And that's just how it's going to be. I thought Uruguay was independent. Oh, well, I should check more often. Anyway, let's expand our zoo now that we have pandas. Yes. And, yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Let's get the 9-banded armadillo from Uruguay. Let's take a look at our GDP. We are number 2 in the world, not because we rose, but because China went kaboom, and we're still number 2 to Great Britain. And I'm liking that. I'm feeling good about having the mod that alters the thing. Anyway, the one that adds wargles, it's like the game just doesn't want to let you do that. It makes it difficult. We need to have that in the game, not some mod. But the mod that impacts the AI and accelerates the construction and education, because it won't do it on its own. You just got to give it free points. That's fantastic. Now, I take over other parts of the world and I find that there's no universities there. That's actually good. It's like they took all their stuff with them or hid it from me or whatever. I got to figure it out on my own. I get that. But for them to just be good opponents, that's what I want to see going forward. I want to see good opponents. And right now, speaking of good opponents, Austria is locked in a war here. It looks like the Ottomans are, yeah, they supported Egypt, so the Ottomans are going to get Syria, Transjordan, reduce Egyptian autonomy, and get Austrian Montenegro, which doesn't bother me one way or the other, because I'm coming for both Austria and the Ottomans. They're both my rivals. And as hinted in the previous video, someone's got to do something about archaeology here. I may have to, if the Ottomans take over Egypt, I may have to say, nope, you're gonna transfer subject to Germany. And that's just gonna how it has to be, because yeah. Anyway, good medicine there. Good medicine. Way to hustle. Belgium is a rival with me too. They've got a king, and I can't hear them over the sound of my beautiful 9-banded armadillo showing up. I really enjoy the Pokemon aspect of Victoria 3 here. I'm going to go to Portugal next, because I think they've got some African ones there. I've got my current naturalist going out, and he is trying to gather all the animals. So once he does that, yeah, let's go with the gorilla first. And then once we have all the ones in Germany gathered up, then we can go and pick up ones from the other parts of Europe. That'll help out there. And, oh, speaking of which, he has come back with which animals? The Eurasian badger, the Eurasian stoat, and the Eurasian otter. We got otters, yay! So that'll be fun there. And now he can start documenting the local fauna. Write your books there. Okay. Let's wait and see what happens to this war before we make any further decisions about the mysterious Orient. Oh, but we're also going to modernize. Yeah. They lost it. Now Montenegro is totally surrounded by Ottomans, which actually works for me because now if I want to give all of Montenegro to Montenegro, I only have one target for that. And actually having a fight with Austria to release Croatia would be pretty cool, and then just start slicing away at parts of the Ottomans in the Balkans. I could help that along real nice. Who are they fighting with? Enforcing investment rights. Okay. Something else happened there. New Granada was also here. That's where it started there. When you see them in the play there. All right. We'll come back when we have something to work with here. Well, the Ottomans took over Egypt, so I'm going to be involved in there. I've got an eye on that. But before I did, the Ottomans wanted to take over Montenegro. The Russians are involved, and the Russians are saying not only will they return all of Karadag, Montenegro, but also Bosnia. And that will get some dissolution in the Balkans going for them. This is going to be interesting to see. They've got 350 against 287. Let's check their strength. The Ottomans are around 2730. The Russians at 10,000. Ooh. They've been building their tech. Okay, now that's... I will say this. In previous runs, or I've been checking on Russian strength, it's been like a paper tiger. This is 11K here. That's a healthy army you got there, Russia. Well played. You get a terrible navy, but well played there. Because I am at now 17. I do have some better stuff, and I'm building my navy there. I'm up to 3,900. We've got a ways to go. I mean, I've got a lot of ships I'm building, and then I'm raising 2 more army corps. Then when I'm done with that, I've got the banking sector to build out. So it's a busy schedule. What? They said they would. I asked nicely. Why did they not give me an animal? All right, fine. We'll go to Tidor. I guess something changed or something. I don't know. All right, let's get the Southern Cassowary here. So we're going to watch this war, and when it's over, I think that would be the time for Germany to swoop in, especially if the Ottomans have taken a defeat. And when we do, we'll get Egypt freed, have them release Syria and Mosul, or Syria and Iraq as independent nations, make them protectorates or puppets, whatever. And if we can get to transfer Tripoli and or Tunis as in their state, they will be puppets. That'll make us masters of this part of the Mediterranean. We just have to make sure we keep our fleets going in between. Yeah, we're going to need to take more Ottoman Empire apart. Maybe prior to that, get Albania released. There we go. If we can get Albania released, then we can control some bases on that side of the Adriatic. We just sort of hug that corner there. And oh, wow. Little tiny word of Austria. Hi, I'm Austria. Hi, I'm still Austria here. We're going to release Croatia. That's our when's our truce over with Austria? It's going to be in 4 years. July of 1860. Okay, well, we'll come knocking on the door then and get us a Croatia going. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll come back when this part is done. Oh yes, I was in a diplomatic play. Can you see what the British were demanding? Yeah, they're getting lively over there, which, again, I do want to see in my game. As in character, 9, that is terrible. But as a player, like, yeah, that's good. Excuse me, I've got a recession to deal with. Oh, okay. This part, not complicated. We got steel frame buildings. Awesome. We can now increase our construction just by clicking a button and then building out some more steel and glass. No, not a worry there. But the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed this little thing here. For some reason, Britain wanted to make a regime change in Mexico, and Mexico countermanded with targeting saying, give us the Columbia District. But Mexico has an alliance with France and a defensive pact with Sweden. So you telling me, Britain, that you're going to start a war just to change a regime? And, I mean, let's be honest here. The regime that's in Mexico is, well, okay, it's a military dictatorship, but it's, if you, I mean, okay, this is going, and, oh, wait, the Mexicans are also at war with the USA. Oh, yeah, because they're the whole Uruguay thing and how America backed them up, and that's okay. So the scramble for the Americas continues. Germany remains aloof because we're about to start scrambling for, hey, what happened here? They became a protectorate, huh? Oh man, I was kind of hoping they would have stayed a puppet, because then we could have picked them up as a puppet instead of having to. Well. We may just have to flat out conquer parts of Egypt then. I've saved up my infamy. I'm good for it there. Excuse me, I need to take shipment of a Bengal tiger now. we're expanding the zoo. Everybody come down and visit one day. Now the British want us to get involved. They're going to say enforce investment rights. No, we do not want investment rights in Mexico. We kind of like the investment rights we have in Germany. Thank you. And also we have a defense treaty with both Britain and France. This is, we may have to pick one over the other. Yeah. And now the USA is sided with Great Britain. Mexico is, wow, okay, so there's investment rights. Hey, you're going to build stuff in my Zollverein. We need to make the Zollverein a defensive treaty as well. This is no good. We're getting picked off here. We are getting picked off little bit by little bit. I have no problem with a regime change. I just don't want to see them become. I mean, this is getting too crazy here. I don't mind a regime change in one of my trading partners, but I do mind it if something else happens. Hey, whoa, what's going on here now? Sardinia is they're a protectorate of France. They want independence. And they also want independence for Venezuela. In return, France says, you give us Piedmontine Provence, Savoy, and reduce your autonomy, and conquer Sardinia. Actually, that kind of works for me, because if they do that, I can pick up Lombardy and Venetia. I mean, 4.54 million GDP, 4.02. I mean, that's half of what's, of course, that is the capital of Austria now. The capital of Austria is in Italy. I pick up those two, but if Sardinia is weakened, Italy's not going to unify. And that will help me go down the line to clear out some more of this Adriatic stuff so I can, do my thing. Wow, Montenegro, you go. You are getting your Bosnia. And even though the Ottomans kind of broke into Russia, the Russians broke into the Ottoman Empire. Well, we'll see how things go. Okay, I do have to pick one over the other. Not a few days went by after that last pause in recording, and France said, you're our ally, you're getting involved. And I am. Let's do this. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of going on here. Um, Wait, which war am I involved in? Oh, the Sardinia one. Okay. Okay. I'm wondering, wait, I thought it was the Mexican one. Okay, no, no, no. This. Oh, so I don't have to pick a side unless the British should get involved on the Piedmontian side. Are they going to? Doesn't look. The Russians might. The Austrians might. The Austrians might. Let's wait and declare a war goal once we are like over in this part here. We're just barely starting the escalation. Let's wait and see, because if Austria gets in there, we're going to take a bit of turf. We're going to get some soil there. Or we may release Croatia. That'll speed things along. But yeah, we'll wait to see. We'll wait to see. Right now, I need to mobilize an army and drop it there. And I'll get my 17th Corps mobilized, and they get to go to the Sardinian front. There we go. If no one else gets in there, oh, the Papal States are involved. That would be a fun war goal to just... wait, how much does it cost to make the Papal States a protectorate? Okay, it's 82 to get the two Sicilies, only 35 for the Papal States? Yeah. We could have a repeat of 1519 when Charles V used German mercenaries to capture the Pope. Except this time we're not mercenaries, and there's no Charles V, but okay, so it just Germans taking over Rome. That's what I'm getting at here. Oh. That... How mad would Europe be if we did that, though? I'm thinking there might be some additional anger there. Is there a way we could check? Let's see here. Can we... No, we can't make a diplomatic demand. But it's a possibility. Let's wait and see, though. We're just barely there. We're pausing escalation. And Chile is now with Sardinia Piedmont. They're in my Zollverein. Come on, man. Tuscany is with Sardinia Piedmont. They are all rising up against me. Pardon me, I need to bring a manta ray into my zoo. I have a... You're kidding me. All right. Let's get the 10th Division mobilized and sent over to the Antofagasta front. And that should go away. Oh, it'll only make it up to 1. All right, so we got to send a 2nd Division over there. I'm still training the others. Wait. Where's my other division? I had another one here. Where's the 9th Division at? Mobilize. They're hiding under something there, but... All right, Antofagasta front. All right. Well, we'll send him over there. We got plenty of boots. I guess he was hiding underneath this one here. Anyway, or underneath that one. I don't know. I don't know. Or was he still in Bolivia from the last war? Oh, he was. They were still over here after the last war. They were just chilling in Bolivia. We lost a whole division. We weren't even keeping track. Okay. How much does it cost to make Chile a protectorate? They've got 3.62 million GDP and 2 million population. They're actually better than the Papal States in terms of, cash. Let's take a look there. Yeah, only 21.9 because they're not in Europe. If I did that, then I would have a protectorate of Chile, a protectorate of Bolivia, or puppet there, a protectorate of Brazil. So I would have the whole thing, and we're still working on Peru. But that could all get locked down. But we're still waiting to see if Hungary gets in, because if they do, I may want... Oh my gosh, New Granada? They're British. What's going on here, man? This is nuts, man. Okay. Meanwhile, we went to go climb some mountains, I'm sure. And our composer is depressed. Yeah. Let's, oh yeah, we've got a national coach. We've got foosball as a sport. We're all right. And all the level, whoa, we got to get our equipment level up, man, because all the level 1 and 2 summits are gone. Jeez. And we need a paleontologist. Now that you mention it there, Dr. Geinitz. He will paleontologize. Oop, there we go. Yeah, let's make sure. Yeah, we have all the teams. Let's do an expedition to South America. Let's go get some South American critters there. And there's 2 skeletons to get from there, and 2 from each other continent, but there are 5 in North America. You want those North American fossils, my friend. You want those North American fossils. All right. Keeping an eye on it. Keeping an eye. They're all damaging relations. They're being punks. I'm just trying to build my dang navy here. We're going to get our National Football Association. We have an obligation to Japan. Or they... What? I don't need Japanese stuff. I'm good. I'm good. Ah. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. All this stuff getting built naval-wise, we're going to cancel all that construction. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go here. And it's going to say, oh no, where's all your other stuff? Well, all my navies are in port right now. And if I go over there, let's upgrade all the units. We've got the self-propelled torpedoes, so we can make the torpedo boats. And we've got the ironclad ready to go. We're going to upgrade and get us an iron navy. And that is where we stand militarily speaking. But let's go a step further and get the hand crank machine gun, statistics, and enlistment offices. And we're going to clear out the 3rd floor here. Monitor and floating harbor could come up a little bit later, but yeah, right now that's what we want. And we're going to get a good navy there. Still have not seen Austria jump in, but well, when that... Oh, and I need to get more glass. Once I'm done building my navy here, it's still 10 months away from all this stuff. Well, a big chunk of that is the banking sector and the motor industries that we need to get going. But yeah, we haven't even started on the barracks yet. Although I'm wondering, is it going to say we have a shortage? Shortage of glass and steel. Would that, though, get those things made? Let's just hold back. I'm not in any rush. And oh, we have the field works. Let's make some more of those. Yeah. Question is, do I adopt them now? The answer is we're still working on our thing there, so we can actually go in and add these all as mobilization methods. And yes, we're going to do that. Even though it takes a hit on the organization, I think they'll have it recovered by the time the shooting starts. There we go. It's like being there. I don't know why they're giving us sports radio this early, but you know, whatever. Has Austria tapped out yet? They are leaning still, as is Russia. Ooh. Well, I don't have as much beef with Russia as I do with Austria. You know, because that whole start a civil war in my country. This is the last one. The last ore prospecting we can do in all of Germany. We got to conquer more territory, or our geologists will be unemployed. All right. Let's see here. Okay, Russia has declared neutrality. There it is, there. Austria has not yet declared neutrality. I'm going to clear these out. Oop, character treatment. I got to get it. And, well, he's, you know what they say, once an opium addict. Okay, I don't think Austria's getting in there. So we're not going to conquer any states. We're going to make some protectorates. And it's either Papal States or Chile. Either Papal States or Chile. I want my South America settled. I'm going to make Chile my protectorate. And that means... Oh, wait, there's another fight going on there? Really? Really? Oh, man. Well, I don't have any... Okay, here's what I could do. Mobilize these guys. Send them to this front. And then take these guys and switch them over to the Antofagasta front. And then these guys on their way to the Antofagasta front will instead shift over here to the Mato Grosso front. There we are. And that settles that. All right. No more Virgos for me, Jack. And somebody formed a conservative party. Ooh, wow, that took my legitimacy way down. I don't like the industrialists. I think they're involved in that. I'm paranoid now. We have an unacceptable government. What's going on here? Okay. These guys hate each other for some reason. Independent workers want to be in on the... Oh, yeah, the armed forces became conservative. That's what happened. They became moderate there. Well, we can get 68 if we do that jumble. So let's do that. Kick the armed forces out, bring everybody else in. And we have an election going on. Looks like the Free-Minded People's Party is going to run away with that election. Cool. Let me just check on my fleet here. Yep, we are upgrading. We are upgrading. We're upgrading. So, have yet to get these guys. Yeah, we're first building out all of the second fleet, and then the other two come in. It's going to be a long time. Hand crank machine guns. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't see these getting I don't see them getting Corsica or Bolivian Amazonas or anything like that. I see this happening. They lose, yeah, the Sardinians are going to get beat up, and that's just their bad luck. That's how it's going to be, man. Refund the investors, no, because I want to keep my economy solid. Oh, wow, we built all the boats. And now we're working on recruiting the soldiers for the other units we have. Okay. Progress Party, don't do that. Don't be like that. Oh, no. Ooh. I didn't know that the nature reserve... I didn't know that was a problem. That was Austria was having that problem. I didn't know. The Eurasian stoat's going to become endangered. Oh no, I feel bad about that. Well, okay, next time that happens, we need to know, and we need to build a nature preserve. Okay, how are we doing down here? Wow, Looks like the new grenadines are going to be knocked out early, and Americans are building themselves some Tonga. Okay. Oh boy, Mexico is going to get a regime change and a half. Um, I'm not even using boats in this one. We're just gonna conquer. All right. Leave them alone. Maybe we conquer that. Well, there's no demands elsewhere, are there? Let me take a look here. I'm looking at this going, yeah, we don't have anything else to do. Just Piedmont, 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 Chile. Right. Okay. So they'll probably leave out if we just have a run there. It says we need more ironclads. I caught that little shot there. How many do we need? No, no, get out of there. Give me that. We need 200 more ironclads. Okay, let's build them out. Oh, first, a sports facility. We'll get that lined up. And then military shipyards. I said we needed, what, 200 more? And we get 55 per level, so let's just drop 5 on Elba there. And that'll be cool. Alright, you can improve some forests. Go to Rhineland there. They could be bigger. Okay. Ooh, yikes. Excavation site looted. Ah! The British. They looted our excavation site. Wait, no. They have 73 artifacts, and we have 63. We've got to take the pyramids, and we've got to take Mesopotamia. And then we must take Greece. We have to own all the archaeological sites. It's imperative that we start a war now. Oh, gosh. Yeah, okay. Germany rules the waves. All right, Chile left the Zollverein, but guess what? They're going to come back in the back door. Because I'm going to take care of that. Wait, am I building those? Oh, whoops. Those naval things yeah, the shipyards. Let's put a priority on that. There we go. Okay, good job. It'll still take about half a year to get them. But once we take Chile and make it that, we will be good to go there. Okay, New Granada, as said, tapped out. And I'm waiting for this to come around so we can send them down here to the Antofagasta front. It'll probably be right down when it gets down to 1 day left here. No beer, no vote. Can't help it. That's just such a great slogan. I don't drink beer myself, but, you know. All right, we've made exclusive financial services. And, oh, Chile's a protectorate, and we've reduced Piedmontian autonomy. Well, then let's demobilize these guys. And send them back home. All right. Let's check how we're doing here. We're doing fine. Let's improve relations there. And get a paleontological charter, because that'll just make things better. And we get some more declared interests. I'm interested in South Africa. Just adding that to my list in case I have to beat the British up. And they let us do it. Dang you, weather. Who are we fighting with still? Venezuela. Yeah, you can come dig on our stuff. Ooh. Keep him out of truly dangerous. No, don't listen to him, kids. Off to school. Get out of there. Hey, that's not fair. Oh, it looks like. Oh well, that's your job there. Wait, who's fighting the Venezuelans there? Are they in 2 wars or 1? They're in 3. Okay. Well. Okay. That's a France problem there, I think. No, they're going to make it my problem, though. Well, I'm going to make it not my problem. And just demobilize these units here. There we go. And why is it all turned red? Oh, because we are spending a lot of money on stuff. Okay. I need to raise some taxes. There we go. Uruguay must have lost its battle with the French. Yep, they did. Okay. I really don't mind. They're small, and we just got Chile, so yeah, we'll just treat Mr. Abeg here, and yay, we fixed his things. And whoa, you heal a guy, and he becomes the new president of Germany. Get out of here! How about that? Hey, medical miracle. Let's reform the government. We can get up to 74 if we do that. And we're going to make some people really mad because we're going to, now that he's in charge, that's a labor union guy, he's going to start first with anti-strike laws going away and giving instead a right to associate. That's what they want. That's what they get. They want that more than corporatized unions. That's not really what they're looking for there. Okay, and this does change our authority. So let's drop the taxes, shall we? Oh wait, but we need to raise the taxes. Oh boy, that's going to be complicated. All right, that's okay. Well, let's stop taxing music, and we'll stop taxing wine, but we will get more income tax and more consumption tax and a little bit more per capita tax. How does that work, guys? We're going to find out. Watching that number. It goes to 100K, 99K. All right, good. So we're making money there. Okay, new rules for the Zollverein. I know we're working on economic stability, but we're starting a defensive cooperation. You cannot start or join wars amongst power bloc members. No, we're not doing that. Quit shooting at each other. Okay, got that done. And I think I'll just wait for this war to wind down before I get involved in the next one. Oh, has gotten lucky. Good job, Mountaineers. All right, one of the things I will do, though, is I'm going to help Brazil out here. They need to feel like they're more part of the German group there. So I'm going to introduce our national sport there. I don't know if the Brazilians will take to football, or soccer as the British call it, but, you know, maybe they will. And if they will, that's a good thing, you know? That's a good thing. And, yeah, we're good there. You know, maybe we'll introduce it to Bolivia. But, yeah, we'll start with Brazil. They might like the game. You know, they might like the game of football. I don't know if they'd ever build, like, massive stadiums for it or become dominant on a world stage. You know, it's just Brazil. Will Brazil take over the World Association of Football? Stay tuned. Yeah, I think what we'll pick up on for the next one is if there's another crazy war happen, or if it's time to go in and get some pyramids. We'll see. So, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next flip, and be good to yourself. Ciao.